that will have more info on her current journey and the chakra that she's moving through, regardless of when you're watching this. This video is recorded during her heart chakra transit. So there will also be a, did I mention that? Yes, I did. A link to the activations and installations intro. In that video, you'll get a clear sense of what these activations are, how they work in your body and your field. You'll see photos of the Venus Rose Pentagram, the gorgeous 8-year pattern that her orbit traces in the sky. I also share some of my personal story with this work and introduce you to the story of Venus-Inanna and her journey through the monthly chakra gateways. It's also really powerful, really, really potent and powerful to know where this is happening in your own chart so that you can feel how the activation is personally weaving into your life. So for example, currently at the time of this recording, she is in her descent journey, which makes a difference whether it's her descent or ascent journey. She's also moving through the heart chakra gateway, and she's moving through the sign of Cancer. For me, Cancer's in the 4th and 5th house in my chart, and for you, it's likely in a different house of your chart. And so it's important to know that and what the impact of that is. I do have a link below for you to generate your birth chart if you would like to find out where Venus in Cancer is currently for you, or where she is in her journey if you're not watching this while she's in Cancer. If you are unsure of how to locate that in your birth chart, then go ahead and grab your birth chart from the link that I've supplied. Grab a copy of it or a screenshot and DM it to me, and I will let you know which area of your life is being most impacted by her current gateway transit. So this video that you're viewing now is being recorded and is meant to be listened to during the Venus descent or ascent through the heart chakra gateway. And again, info on what that all means and Venus's synodic cycle is in that intro video. And also though, this Venus heart chakra activation can be done anytime and is ideal for de-armoring the heart. This activation should take about 20 minutes. So let's begin. Taking your seat as you have done before in the previous recordings on your throne of sovereignty. And before we enter into the journey today, you're going to activate your grid field. And by that, I don't mean calling in something that's external to you. You are the grid. Your body, your breath, your presence, the energetic field that is within and around you. This is the field of source energy, of source frequency, of God, of goddess. So take a moment now and feel into the lattice of light that lives within and around you. Notice how your grid field looks in your mind's eye, if you can picture it, or how it feels to be the grid field itself. Maybe it's not a visual, maybe it's a feeling, or just a knowing. To me, it looks and feels as though I am resting and relaxing into a web of interconnectedness. This interconnected web that connects me and you to all. This grid anchors in what's aligned and it releases what's not aligned. And with your focus upon it, it strengthens. There's no need to visualize it perfectly. Just feel, just know. Feel the sovereignty of your grid. Feel the coherence of the grid. It's the web upon which your existence just is. It's how your guides, your ancestors, and the benevolent beings of support and resourcing attune to you. This is your field of full spectrum receptivity. And all it takes is your attunement to it to activate. So set the intention now to activate it. And that's all it takes. And let it hold you as we begin. Feel free to take a moment and activate Reiki if that's an available frequency of yours that you've been attuned to. I will activate 5-element Dragonfire Reiki now. And in a moment, I'll allow some silence for you to call in any specific supportive beings you'd like to now. For me, I'm calling in all of my benevolent ancestors and the ancestors of this land that I am on. I'm calling in the elements and the 4 directions, north, south, east, and west. I'm calling upon all of my multiversal selves, all versions of me throughout all space and time and in all dimensions, who will benefit from this healing that we are about to receive and who can benefit me in this pathway opening before me. I am calling in the mycelial dragons, plugging me into and plugging you into the interconnected web of divine support available to us. They show us that we are not only connected to the web, but that we are the web of interconnectedness itself. They show us that our ancestral line, all paternal lineages we're connected to, all maternal lineages we're connected to, both sides of our biological families, as well as any adoptive lineages we've married into throughout our lifetime. They show us this ancestral line, this web of connection. And they show us that we can connect to and trust in the presence of all of these benevolent ancestors. They show up in droves. Your mother's mother and her mother and her mother's mother and all the fathers of your mother and her mother and her mother and her mother, so on. And on our patrilineal side as well, all of the mothers and fathers of each of our fathers and their mothers and fathers and all of their siblings, knowing that we are never alone. Opening the portal of creation within now to their benevolent support. Knowing all of these beings, plus others, guides, angels, interstellar supporters of our mission here on Earth, each and every one of them desires for you to find and access your pleasure in new ways, at new levels, and in all areas of your life now. And they are here to support you in doing so. You are part of their mission. And you can allow yourself to open up and to receive their support now. And also open to and receive whomever you'd like to call forth for you personally today. Receiving anyone who may have shown up for you today that you weren't expecting. Then you can say with me, I receive, I receive, I receive. And so it is. And I'm calling in the Magdalene Rose dragons now as they begin, along with the power and love already flowing into you from your ancestors and divine support team or divine support army there, activating the Venus Rose Pentagram in the heart chakra now. Balancing the heart chakra into full coherence and resonance, creating resonance and coherence in all of the other chakras of the body now. And with their rose gold dragon fire, the Magdalene dragons dredge and nourish the heart meridian now. The center of joy, spiritual clarity, and sacred self-love. They dredge and nourish the pericardium meridian now, the bodyguard of the heart, releasing any and all layers of self-persecution from your life and your being and your entire ancestral line now. Bringing in new levels of self-recognition, self-awareness, self-acceptance, and self-love beyond what you ever thought would be possible. And then with a rose gold fire, they dredge and nourish the yin chao mai meridian of feminine receptivity and inner balance. The Venus Rose Pentagram itself moves through each of these meridians and all of the meridians of the body now. Activating the meridians so that genuine self-love can flow, to cleanse the womb and the heart and connect them as one. And then you can see and feel this connection between womb and heart, actually connecting in now to the third eye, creating the oracular vessel gateway, the Devata Patra, connecting you with the full force of your true creative power, connecting you with all versions of yourself across all dimensions of space and time, who are already connected in to this truest level of genuine power now. And as Venus moves through the heart chakra gateway, she's calling for us to de-armor our heart. She calls us to recognize the places in which we are at war with ourselves and with others, and to accurately discern whether that war is just and righteous or if it's an ego-led endeavor. The activation of the rose pentagram in the chakras and meridian system of the body activates new levels of self-love and the levels of accurate and honest discernment now. She helps us to see where we need to evolve from the archetype of prostitute to the archetype of the holy whore, where we have been saying no to what our soul really longs for because survival feels more urgent than sovereignty. And where we've been saying yes when our body is telling us no. She shows us that the holy whore is the one who has reclaimed her sacred yes and no. That she is the one who leads by following the frequency of pleasure. She receives, she magnetizes, and she commands her field with clarity. She knows that she is the grid field and has never been separate from it. Her yes is holy and her no is sacred, and both are given from a place of devotion, not survival. And let this activation be a return to your sacred yes and your sacred no, and trusting them as divine instructions, and a return to inner union. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is.